Louis, it's been a month or two since you've been back. How's it all gone so far?
Yeah, good. First and foremost, it's great to be back with familiar faces still around. So it was something I always wanted to do. When I left the club, I always wanted to come back and play for this football club. As everyone knows, it's got a big place in my heart. So yeah, I was delighted to be back, and I am delighted to be here.
Why was it Motherwell? You said you always wanted to come back. Why exactly?
I just think sometimes a player clicks with a football club. That was the case with me the first time around when I came. The fans, everyone around the place, the community, we just clicked. I love the place. I love playing for the football club. I think you see that in my passion, in the way I play. And I feel like this football club gets the best out of me.
How does this team that you've come back to compare to the team you played in 3, 4, 5 years ago?
Good. I think the strength and depth is there. I think the way the gaffer's asking us to play is probably a little bit different than when I was here the first time round. We were probably a little bit more direct the first time round. I think the technical ability of certain individuals is higher. I think the game's evolved a lot more now. I think you see a lot of inverted wingers, different formations. That's the modern way of playing, and I think this football club's adapted to that.
Talk about the more progressive style. Do you feel that suits your game more? Can it suit your game more?
I think as a player you have to adjust. I think you have to move with times, whether you're a player or you're a manager or a supporter. I think that's the way football has to go. You have to evolve with it. So it's important that me and everyone else goes with that kind of thing.
Just finally from me, what are the targets for the season for you personally? Is it a number of games? You've had fitness issues over the few years. Is it games? Is it goals? Is it reaching a certain place in the league with the team? Is it all of those things?
I think it is a little bit a combination of all them things, if I'm honest. I think first and foremost it's me being out there and being as fit as I possibly can, and I think with that the other targets do come into play after that, definitely.
Are you aware that the manager was frustrated that when you came back that you were maybe not as fit or you had setbacks that led to him feeling as if he wasn't getting the player he thought he was right from the start?
Yeah, obviously it's frustrating for everyone. Probably me being the most frustrated person with that question. I was probably sat at home shouting and slamming doors and all sorts, because I'm my biggest critic. I want to be out there and I want to be 100%. It's not always going to go like that. We know that, with not just with me, but with us as athletes. That's the way it is. But one thing's for sure, me and us as a football club are doing everything we can to get the best Louis Moult out there to help everyone, and obviously for myself as well.
Do you feel as if Louis Moult is a better player than Motherwell getting second time around?
I think I'm more of a finished, probably not the right wording, but probably more of a all-round player now. Probably learnt more than what I did the first time round, just because of experiences from down south, from the game time, and from playing for different types of managers, coaches, and taking on that information and trying to put that into practice. I probably watched and trained a lot more than I have done before I came up here the first time. So it's definitely I've learnt more of the game, that's for sure.
The last time Motherwell played Celtic here, the manager was applauding the way you went about your business, the team playing football. Against Celtic, that's not always the best policy. What's your thoughts on wanting to try and play football against a team that can basically dismantle you?
I think first and foremost, you can say about good football, but at the end of the game, it's the result. I'm big on that. I always have been. So I think previously, 2 weeks ago, we beat Dundee United away 1-0. Probably play our worst performance. Probably didn't pass the ball as well as we can, but we win the game. So there's the prime example. If we could do that again tomorrow, that would be unbelievable.
Yeah, tell me what you make of Celtic and what you feel Motherwell can do that could maybe cause an upset like St Mirren managed.
Yeah, I think we have to look at what St Mirren did, that's for sure, and I'm sure the management will be doing that. Celtic, obviously a very good team, very good outfit, always have been from the first time I was up here to now. Probably different to when I was up here the first time, probably go a little bit more quicker, where under Brendan I thought they were a bit more patient and harder probably to get the ball off. So it's something we have to be aware of, and I know for sure the gaffer prepares us very well.
And the last one from me, as a striker, do you feel VAR is taking almost the fun out of the game for a striker? Because fans are wondering whether they should cheer a goal. Players are now looking and wondering whether they've scored a goal.
Yeah, it's. I think it's obviously spoke about a lot. It's obviously new to the Scottish game. It's been down south for a little bit longer. I think you see down south they're probably getting used to it that little bit more, just because they've had that little bit of time. So let's see where we go with a little bit more time of it.
Louis, was obviously you had a ankle procedure. Was that kind of bothering you when you came up here? Do you feel now you're free, that you can you're able to kind of hit the ground running after your goal the other day?
Yeah, I think from my performance on Sunday, I think you could see that. I think I'm moving a lot more freely. With the help of that I got down south. When I was missing for a week or two, which was needed. So I think for me personally, it's about building on that, like you say.
Do you feel, you mentioned that this club gets the best out of you? Do you feel that even when even in training, even when you come back through the doors, the kind of the atmosphere here? Is there something about that helps you? Yeah,
massively. I think this football club gets me as a person first and foremost, but also as a player, and I think that goes hand in hand with the performances. It just feels like home for me. I said it the first day I arrived here. The way this football club were with me, but also my wife and my kids, is just, I'm never going to forget it, and I'll do everything I can to repay that.
And obviously having known the manager for a long time before you came back up here, to have that kind of pre-existing relationship, is that helping as well, that you get the faith in you as well, he knows what you can do?
Yeah, it does actually. I think it's no secret that the previous few years have been difficult for me in terms of fitness and belief. There's times where I have almost stopped believing, and because of injuries and selection, not played where I thought I maybe should have. But I feel like I've got the belief here from this football club and from the management where I can achieve, and I start to believe in myself, and that helps with the fans we have here and how supportive they are of me. They spur me on and they give me that extra 10%.
Do you fancy yourself against this Celtic backline?
I always fancy myself scoring goals when I'm on the football pitch, I'll be honest. Some might say it's too confident, but I think as a striker you have to be confident and you have to live on the edge kind of thing. Something I've done previously, so I have to look back on that and say, I've done it before, why can't I do it again?
Do you look, in a run up to a game like this, do you look back at the goals you scored against Celtic in the past, or just to kind of help with that kind of?
I won't really go searching of them, I'll be honest. I've been sent them. the last few days, like I say, there from the support from the Motherwell fans is ridiculously so good. And just scrolling through my Twitter feed the other day, and I saw, one of them sent me the goal against Celtic here. So, yeah, I suppose I did look at it when he sent it me.